Peace, everybody. This is Mystymoon from Mystymoon Wellness for Women. And today, our first recipe for 2008, we're going to be making a vegan pizza, which I'm really excited to share this with you all. I actually made this for myself on New Year's Day as a treat. It was so delicious and really easy to make. Okay, so let's go into our cast, our characters for this ingredient or for this pizza. So first of all, this is a gluten-free vegan pizza crust, and you can find this at your health food grocery store. Oftentimes they're in the refrigerator department, and with this it came with a packet of two, so you can get two good pieces out of this, and each of these make about 4 large slices. Okay, so we got the crust, and then here we have a half a cup of sun-dried tomato. I don't know if you can see that. All right. And then we have, and these ingredients here is for the sauce, okay? So we got the sun-dried tomato, and then we have, we're gonna take a lemon and cut that in half and squeeze it out, and so we have a little lemon zest here. All right, and then we're gonna do a handful of basil, and the basil is gonna go in the sauce and as a topping as well. And then finally for the sauce, you probably can't see, but we have 2 dates, and 1 clove of garlic. I got this clove of garlic from my local farmer's market. Look how beautiful that is. It's just huge. It's just like a perfect like pearl white color. So anyway, I geek out over stuff like that. All right, so this is all gonna go for our sauce. And then for our topping, we're gonna do a cashew cheese, okay? So really quickly, how do you make a cashew cheese? You take about 3/4 of a cup of cashews, you soak it overnight, and then the next day you put it in the food processor and you add a pinch of Himalayan sea salt, a dash of pepper, and then a half of a lemon juice. And then you have your cashew butter, and it's so incredibly good. And you can put it in a mason jar, and it can last over 2 weeks in your refrigerator. Okay, so that's our cashew cheese. And then this is optional. I personally like a lot of garlic, so if you want to add more garlic as a topping, you can. So that's what this is here. And then we're gonna have we got cut up pears. Again, this is gonna be for our topping. And then just a regular tomato. I personally like heirloom tomatoes, but I don't think they're in season right now because I haven't seen them around. So this is just a regular tomato. I'm not sure what the name of it is, but got this at the farmer's market. Okay, all right, so what I want to demonstrate for you is how to make the sauce, all right? So you got your food processor. Let's see, bring that over a little bit closer so you can see. All right, so here we go. So we got our half a cup of sun-dried tomato. And as you know, I like to share with you the nutritional value of everything that we're making. All right, so with sun-dried tomato, this has tons of iron in it. Vitamin C, vitamin K, and this helps lower risk of cancer. All right. And then we have our lemon zest. We know lemons are just awesome because it helps alkalize the body. It's also really great as a purifier for the liver. And then we're going to do a handful of basil. And then we're going to make sure to save the rest of it as a topping for the pizza. All right. And so for basils, all right, so for basil is anti-inflammatory, it helps fight cancer, it's antibacterial, it helps with stress, depression, and it also helps promote cardiovascular health, okay? And then finally, we have our dates, 2 of our dates, and dates is just, it has tons of fiber in it. It gives you energy. It also helps, let's see here, it has iron in it, calcium, potassium, magnesium, and zinc, all in a little date. Can you believe that? And then finally we have our garlic, which lowers cholesterol and it regulates blood pressure. All right. Now, just keep in mind that I just list off all of the benefits to these different ingredients. But keep in mind that when you do cook it, you do lower the potency of its nutritional value. I mean, that's why raw foodists are such, why they promote raw food, because you get the full benefits of each ingredient when you eat it raw. But when you cook it, you still get the nutritional value from it, but just not as much. I just wanted to say that as a disclaimer. Okay? All right, so now we're gonna mix it all together. All right, so it's gonna get a little loud. And if you don't have a food processor, a blender would work just as well, okay? All right, so just make sure it's nice and good. It looks beautiful. Yeah. Okay. So let's go ahead and spread our sauce on our pizza so you can get a look there of how it looks. All right. And with the amount that we put in here, you'll be able to make 2 pizzas at this size with this sauce. So I'm just gonna spread it on this crust here, and then the rest of it I'm gonna put in a small mason jar and then leave it in the refrigerator. And it'll last up to like a week, maybe even more. Let's put a little bit more in there. And as far as the toppings are concerned, you know, you can use any toppings that you want. You can add mushrooms to it, any type of vegetables you like. Again, like I'm just a huge advocate of eating with the seasons as much as you possibly can. This is just really basic pizza recipe that we're doing here. So just try to get it to the edges as much as you possibly can. And when you buy your sun-dried tomato, because oftentimes it's going to come in a little jar filled with oil, I recommend leaving that oil in there. So just use the entire jar of the sun-dried tomato. Okay? All right, so let me just show you what this looks like so far. Okay? All right, so next we're going to spread our vegan cheese. Okay, and then, let's see here, I had some notes here. For our cashews, the benefits of cashews, it has vitamin E, vitamin K, vitamin B, C, and it's got also minerals in it, such as copper, zinc, magnesium, and iron. Okay, all in this cashews. The beauty about eating this pizza, this vegan pizza, is that you're getting all these nutrients out of it. I'm being a little conservative because I want to make another pizza out of the rest of this cashew cheese in a couple of days. So I'm just going to leave it at this. I'm not going to put too much on there. I'm so excited for you guys to try this. Okay, I'm going to just use my fingers there just to scoop the rest of it off. Okay. So the next thing we're going to do is add the fresh garlic. And again, this is optional. I'm just a huge garlic fiend. I can't get enough of it. Okay. And then I'm going to add the rest of my basil for the topping. And when I put the basil on there, I like to just keep it in the center of the pizza because you're going to put your tomato and your pear on the out perimeter of the pie. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is add my tomato. I'm going to go close within the, so take the tomato and spread it around the basil. And there's a science behind this. And I'll share it with you in just a moment. Okay, now finally, we have our pear. And we're going to put this on the outskirts, the very outer perimeter of the pie. Now the reason why that I do this, so with each slice that you get, you have this perfect balance of the sweet and savory. So the savory is in the first few bites of the pizza, and then once you get to the last few bites is when you get that sweet with the pear. All right, look how beautiful that is. All right, let me show you what this looks like. Voila. Okay, get a little closer look. So we got the pear, we got the tomato, and we got the basil in the middle. And so, since this is really thin, it normally takes about 7 minutes to cook, but I would keep an eye on it. Sometimes it might take 14 minutes. But what's more important, you want to make sure that the outer edges of the crust is golden brown. That's what you're looking for, okay? So I'm going to put this in the oven, and I'll meet you guys back in about 7 to 14 minutes, okay? All right, I'll see you then. Okay, everybody, welcome back. So it's been about 12 minutes, at least for my oven, as far as the time it took for my pizza to cook. So here we are. Here's our end product of our beautiful basil and pear pizza. I don't know if you can see the steam rising off of it. It's still a little hot. So again, you want to make sure that the outer perimeter of the crust is golden brown. That's what you're looking for. And I forgot to mention, as far as pears, the reason why that we're using pears is because, for one, it goes great. It's a great flavor to go with a pizza recipe. And it's also a winter fruit. And it also has, as far as its nutritional value, it helps to boost the immune system. It helps to fight diabetes if you're dealing with if you're diabetic, and that's one of your challenges. So it helps to balance that out. It helps with weight loss. It helps to improve cardiovascular health. It also helps with digestion as well. So pears are a great ally to have as a fruit to ingest. And then lastly, as far as toppings, you can do any type of toppings that you like, of course, with your pizza. I personally like to use a little chili flakes. I normally just spread it amongst the center of the pizza, like on top of the basil and the tomato. And then lastly, nutritional yeast is a vegan's best friend. It helps improve the immune system, and it's also bacteria and an antiviral as well. And most importantly for vegans, it does have this cheesy-like consistency without it being a dairy product. So oftentimes you find this in the bulk department at your health food grocery store. This goes well with popcorn. I cannot say that enough. But it also works as a great topping for your vegan pizza as well. Okay, so that is your first recipe of 2018. I hope that you give this a shot, and I hope that you enjoy it as much as I do, because I love this pizza. I'm probably going to eat half of this today, half of it tomorrow, then make another pie in a couple of days. So it's quite fulfilling, it's delicious, and I just can't say enough about it. So anyway, everybody, thanks for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you during the next new moon for the next recipe from Mystymoon Wellness with Women. And if you want more information about my services, check out mystymoonwellness.com. That's MYSTYMOON wellness.com. Okay, everybody, until then, have a beautiful day, evening, or wherever you are in the 24-hour time span. Okay, peace and love. Bye.